Coming up on the Uplift, the best gift she could have ever received. Why one teen now has her freedom back. Then a Minnesota miracle baby. How doctors saved his life. And you won't want to miss this dance team that is unlike any other. Why nothing is stopping them from putting on a show. Welcome to the Uplift. In this digital series, we're going to be sharing some of our favorite stories. We are sure will put a smile on your face. It's our goal to lift your spirits for at least the next 30 minutes and hopefully for a whole lot longer. I'm Susan Elizabeth Littlefield. Thank you, friends, for being with us. A gift from Gillette Children's Hospital is about to change a Minnesota teenager's life. Natalie is a 15-year-old from Blaine. She fell into a coma last year after suffering 2 strokes. When she came out of it, she was paralyzed and unable to speak. Now, therapists at Gillette are helping get her stronger. The hospital gave her a custom electric wheelchair so she can now get around all on her own.
Doctors were so surprised, and they said, "Natalie, you're a miracle." She moves more. She helps us when we change her. She turns by herself. She's doing much, much better.
Minneapolis parks are getting a splash of color. 9 new murals are being painted this summer across the city in an effort to curb tagging and vandalism. The first one is already done at Lake Harriet. Each mural is done by local artists that reflects a goal of the Minneapolis Parks and Recreation Board.
I never walked in it. It was more so like, I don't know, I don't really want to go under a tunnel and a cement thing, but now it's like gorgeous to walk through.
It blends so well with the area. So, whoever the artist is, I think did a nice job on it.
The remaining murals are expected to be completed by this fall. Doctors are calling a North Branch baby's survival a miracle. Back in February, Owen Hubert spent the first 16 minutes of his life without oxygen and without a heartbeat. But doctors and nurses never gave up on him. John Lauritsen shows us what medical experts did to save his life.
Yeah, he's smiling, he's been laughing a lot.
When you see baby Owen today, it's hard to believe that he came within a minute of not being here.
As soon as they couldn't find the heartbeat, then I kind of figured, something might be wrong.
In February, Owen's mom, Stephanie, knew something wasn't right. She went into labor at Mercy Hospital with chest pains, and doctors discovered her baby's blood supply had been cut off. They quickly prepared for an emergency delivery.
Broke down a little bit, I guess. Heard them call for a code blue for the neonatal. And
what was going through your mind while this was happening?
Is my baby gonna die? And I asked them, I said, is he going to be okay? And they're like, we can't tell you.
When Owen was born a short time later, he wasn't breathing and didn't have a pulse. For 16 long minutes, the medical team worked feverishly to try and save his life.
Was getting very close to a time where we may have said that this isn't survivable, and we would have stopped trying to resuscitate. He was really approaching that time period.
But then they got a pulse, however faint. And then Owen took a breath for the first time in his life.
For a newborn to survive 16 minutes with no heartbeat and no oxygen is rare. To survive without any long-term effects is even more unheard of.
A lot of the nurses kind of told us, they said, there will be damage. We're just not quite sure the extent of them.
But there wasn't. Despite a traumatic start to life, Owen has passed all the developmental milestones at Children's Minnesota. And there are no signs of brain damage. He was sent home just 11 days after he was born.
The gentleman I spoke to told me he never used the word miracle before in his whole career until he's seen this.
Owen's medical team believes much of the credit goes to doctors and nurses and to something called a transport isolette. It's what was used to transfer Owen from Mercy Hospital to Children's Minnesota.
We actually slow down their body to let time for recovery and keep the body cool.
Dr. Heidi Kamrath says cooling Owen's body for 72 hours allowed him to beat the odds. Children's delivers 3,000 babies a year, but they won't forget Owen anytime soon.
Anytime you have a story that really kind of exceeds your expectations, that's what keeps you going and doing this job, is having those wonderful outcomes.
One twist to all of this. Owen was born February 8th, which just happens to be his sister Hazel's birthday.
She helps me a lot.
she helps give bottles and
Not the diaper changing quite yet.
Nope.
Thankfully, there's still time for that.
Yeah, you smile.
John Lordson, WCCO News.
It's a first of its kind dance team in Minnesota. WCCO's Marielle Mose introduces us to this group of young ladies who are proving to be relentless in pursuing their passion.
Inside the dance complex.
All right, ready?
There's a team bringing something special to Minnesota stages.
Here we go. All right, ladies, big energy, let's have fun.
Ranging in age from 7 to 15 years old, these girls make up the Hot Wheels dance team.
5, 6, 7, 8.
When you're in a wheelchair, you're instantly viewed as less than or not able to.
Kylie Cavedo has been dancing most of her life, breaking away at that stereotype. She's thrilled she found a team that takes the sport just as seriously as she does.
They treat us like dancers.
We're not just like playing around, we're not messing around, we're here to dance.
Lila Jader showed up to a dance class 6 years ago where other girls dancing with her were not in wheelchairs. That class sparked her passion for dance and her determination to form her own team.
It makes me feel more included.
I like performing with my girls.
The youngest member of the team, Clara Carlin, keeps up with her older teammates and has an unwavering confidence when she performs.
I tell myself, great job, Clara, you're the best.
Big energy, Lila, yeah!
These girls are not only showing up to dance, they're showing up to compete.
I like the energy that we can bring. Hip-hop dances are definitely more of my thing.
The Hot Wheels recently took the stage at StarQuest Dance Competition. They were the only team in wheelchairs. They got third place in hip-hop and second in lyrical.
Lyrical, it's slow and it's emotion, and then hip-hop, it's fun and upbeat. And we all feed off of each other's energy of that.
Kaya Bullmeyer considers herself a competitive person, so to be trained by Carrie Trombley is the perfect fit.
Thank you so much, because body language to me is super important and I love you guys so much. So
I think it gives me structure in dance class.
Teaching them is just like I'm in any other class. They're just kids. They're just regular kids that want to learn and grow and have goals set for themselves, and I want to help them achieve them.
These girls are just here to dance and let the fun they're having speak for itself.
There's nothing you can't adapt to.
We all do stuff the same.
Passion and talent lies in your heart, not in your feet or your legs.
In Maple Grove,
8, 1, 2.
Marielle Mose, WCCO News.
Still to come, a major update to this farmer's story after months of hard work. How he returned to the field even after an accident left him paralyzed.